What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to G-Mi's World Podcast. Today we're going to be going over the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 56, the Rams and the Bengals. This turned out to be a much more exciting game than it actually had to be. I thought towards the end the Bengals had all the control. They just couldn't put up any points in the fourth quarter. And obviously we're going to go over the last play on 4th and 1. You put a third string running back in the game and it's such an important play. You know, where's Cam Akers? I didn't even get to really go back and look at it because honestly, I was just like, it didn't really matter to me who won. I was just rooting for the underdog. But it's certain times when these geniuses as offensive coordinators or the head coaches, they call plays that just don't make any sense. That play with the personnel didn't make any sense to end the game. I do believe if they get that first down, obviously they at least tie it and we get an overtime in the Super Bowl, which would have been amazing. But it didn't end that way. Questionable call with holding on Kupp with the linebacker over there. It's a lot of things that went on in the game, but we're going to start off with Matthew Stafford. All right, some of you guys are going to be asking me what I thought about it. I thought that he played an average game. He was able to make some mistakes that he was then able to recover from, because earlier in the game, what really happened is this, right? You know, you heard him saying, the ref's going to let him play. You saw the touchdown that the tight end got when he threw Ramsey out the way. It was kind of crazy, but it looks like they made contact with each other. So it was kind of a situation where you knew something was going to happen later in the game where the refs would make that up, because they came into the second half, the Bengals as a different team, and immediately came out and took the lead. So looking at Matthew Stafford, some of the interceptions that he threw, a lot of risks were taken. All right. Now, it is the Super Bowl. Somebody has to make a throw, to try to get this stuff done. Somebody has to be able to make plays. But I didn't really like a lot of the stuff that he did. As far as down the stretch, except for the fact that he threw the fade route right on Eli Apple or Cooper Kupp, and that was pretty much it, to actually win the game. But he did make a lot of questionable throws in the game. 283 yards, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. I will tell you this, though. Defensively, I give them a lot of credit because they doubled or triple teamed Aaron Donald the whole game. And that was quite fascinating because I didn't think they would do that. I thought they would kind of chip him, let him go like it's sort of a screen, then give him different looks like how Bill Belichick would have actually done it. But they did it differently. They actually tried to block him. And that's a mistake because Von Miller went absolutely insane. So I picked the Rams, although I knew that the Bengals wouldn't just lay down, but it was just too much with the Rams. It was just way too much. And then, obviously right now we're looking at the Aaron Donald retirement talk. It's possible that he's going to retire after the season, probably try to pull a Michael Strahan, walk off in the sunset with the Super Bowl ring. Also, shout out to Kupp as the MVP, obviously. It took a lot, but I had to give the man finally his respect. Like week 17 or 18, we're just letting everybody know Cooper Kupp is the best he's the best wide receiver this year in the NFL. The dude just gets open, and he did that last night as well. So people are going to have to stop hating on him and doing whatever they're doing. The dude is very talented. He runs routes very, very sharp. But that defense was dominant. And if you look at the fourth quarter, that's where the Bengals really messed up. They could not get any points. If you get any kind of points, it really hurts their chances of winning the game, right? They could not get anything. So with that being the case, it was never going to be a situation where it was going to end properly for them because the Rams are playing at home. Although, it's a Super Bowl, the Rams are playing at home. So, a lot of you guys are going to bring up that phantom call. Oh, my God, that wasn't holding, G-My. I got a lot of that in my timeline. And I also thought it was a BS call. But I also look at the fact that the other call was questionable also when, Jalen Ramsey is thrown to the ground for that touchdown. So a lot of stuff goes into it. I think it went kind of both ways. I just don't like that at the end of the game, the refs pretty much decided it. Because if you don't give them that holding call, it changes the game. And to be honest, it wasn't that much there. And in certain cases, they should be able to review that, in New York to make sure that it's because it didn't seem like it was that much there when they showed the replay. And that's what really, out of the whole thing, I really enjoyed the Super Bowl, but that annoyed me a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That definitely annoyed me. But when we jump over to the Bengals, right? 22 of 33, 263, 1 touchdown, 0 interceptions. Joe Mixon with that touchdown. It was a nice play, toss to the outside, throw, straight dot. Mixon did have 72 yards. It's a whole different type of situation where they actually had a run game. T. Higgins had 100 yards, Jamar Chase 89. The problem was, T. Higgins, he's the guy that got the touchdowns. Jamar Chase wasn't really able to get involved the way he should have. Uzama wasn't really himself, obviously injured. So there was a lot going on in that regard. And people are not going to really talk about that fact that the O-line wasn't like, it was bad, and they did a decent job. You know, for the most part, Burrow was able to get the ball out, or on that key 4th down play when he ran up the middle, the O-line was able to, they played their heart out. They're just not as good as they should be for a quarterback that's trying to go into that realm of, you know, superstar status. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody needs protection, bro. You know, Russell Wilson does, Tom Brady does, Peyton Manning did, Eli Manning, like, it don't matter who you are. Brett Favre, every quarterback needs protection, or you're going to get manhandled. And if you look at the last play, that just lets you know. Donald just runs right through the guard. You can't win like that, bro. And then you're going to put Samaje Perine, like, dude, why is he in the game? These are things, like I said, you could either learn from this and come back stronger, or you could continue to do stuff that you're not supposed to be doing. Do I think the Bengals are going to be a team that people want to play for or play with next season? Yes. I think they have their quarterback, which is the number one thing that you need. I think they need an O-line instead of going after another superstar in the draft as far as skill position, wide receiver, tight end, whatever. And I think that they can build from that because they are still a dangerous team. The overall core, they gave the Rams all they could handle, and they were winning the game for a long period of time. It's just the fact that when it came down to it, the Rams' defensive line is just savage. They literally sent 4 all game and got pressure. Like, dude, what the F? Like, it reminded me of the Broncos against the Patriots in that playoff game years back when Von went crazy, the year that he destroyed Cam Newton's life when they went to the Super Bowl. Like, if you're sending 4, it's over, bro. Now, as far as, like I said, with coming into next season and all the things they're going to do in the offseason, I do still think the Bengals are, they're not phonies. They're absolutely not phonies. They proved that. They proved that they can compete with anyone. My takeaways from the Super Bowl, I really enjoyed it, except for the last minute of it, or last 2 minutes, where that holding call was. I enjoyed the fade route because I knew the fade route was coming, and Eli Apple ran his mouth. And when you run your mouth like that, you got to defend that. Like Deion Sanders would have picked that. I think Revis probably would have picked it too, that fade route. But again, he's not any of that. And I know a lot of people hate on Eli Apple. I'm happy for him that he made it that far, but that was your time to shine and you just didn't. I want to thank you guys for joining me on this journey for the entire NFL season. And I'm going to see you next season, God willing. Hopefully you guys stay healthy and well. Guys, remember, you can download G-Miles World Podcast anywhere on the go. iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spotify. It's so many of the things that have the podcast, and it's all for free. If you enjoyed the Super Bowl, please let me know in the comments. And enjoy your day. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. One love, y'all.